My brothers, Yahweh Shamal, the Dunbar, Sim Yahweh Shah, the sisters, Prison Officer of 5000 Ricard, out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. Alright. Bear with me one quick second. We get this thing rocking. Salakia. You know what I mean? Came through this piece a couple minutes late. You know what I mean? But bear with me. Set this thing straight. Y'all got any questions? Just type them in the chat. I want to make sure that we up and rolling as usual. And yeah, so let's get it. No sweat. Turn this down. No sweat. So yeah, we up on the Rhode Island. Alright. On the YouTube. We just double check the Okay. What we look like right there. Mm-hmm. So we not up on it, huh? It's not a good look. All right, today. Oh man, let me see if I can do something about this music. Mm-hmm. Leave it like that. There we go. All right. All right. So for today, we're going to Slovakia right now. Just so brothers and sisters, when we come into this truth, you know, initially what we do is we shed ourselves with the world. You understand? Which is a wonderful thing, and it's beautiful in the sight of the Most High. You understand? However, as you come into this truth and you stick it out, you don't ride with this thing like it's just some type of phase or fad or something like that. They're saying this ain't a hip hop trend. You know what I mean? You fully buckled down, you locked in. Eventually, Satan is going to start to. He's going to start to arrange certain things to determine whether you worthy of the blessing that the Most High has in store for you. You understand? And It's our job to make sure that through this temptation, through the lust, the diverse lusts that plagued us in the world, it's our duty to ensure that it doesn't re-manifest within us once we come inside of this truth. You understand? It's more than likely that you more than likely, the scriptures say, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. You know what I mean? So definitely we're gonna be tried in this truth, man. You understand? You're gonna come inside this truth, and when brothers and sisters that you knew in the world, they see you come up in here and get in this body, and they start to see that Holy Spirit, take hold of you, and you getting right with the Most High, the demon that's inside of them will, he's going to attempt to bring you back with him. You know what I mean? Like, so many times it almost gets to a point like where you just have to accept the fact that you can't have any friends and that's in the world. You know what I mean? If you stop on them, you roll on them, or say what's up, you know what I mean? It's got to be about business. You know what I mean? It got to be that's what the agenda is. Either bringing that brother or that sister into the truth, because just hanging around them, of course you can, remain strong and be the persuade them into the truth. However, some people are just comfortable with their demons and they'll never want to come to the truth. And the Lord doesn't want them inside of here. You understand? So by you being with them, they'll constantly try to make you be evil with them. You understand? And, when you coming up in here and you young and you fresh, it might be, you'll be more susceptible to fall back into those clutches. Somebody roll up a blunt and they just want you to hit that blunt with them. You understand? Or somebody, you on a block, you out of a job, you can't get no work nowhere, and a brother comes up to you and he telling you, he got a lick with a couple stacks in it and some work, and all you got to do is knock the broad out. You know what I mean? It's gonna be one person in that house. Only thing you got to do is, come through it and lay your enforcer game down, and we gonna split it up and we all gonna eat. You understand? Like, it's gonna be things like you gonna be, because you won't sell drugs. You won't sell drugs no more to get money. You won't rob nobody no more to get money. You know what I mean? But however, the temptation will come when, you at your lowest point and an opportunity presents itself. You know what I mean? That lust inside of you, you'll definitely have to combat that. You know what I mean? Definitely. Or your man's gets locked up that you knew in the world. You understand? And you dealing with his rib. You know what I mean? You dealing with his rib in order to stay in communication with him. You know what I mean? And doing that, his ribs start to feel lonely, and she looking at you like she want to get with you. You know what I'm saying? She want to give you the business, you know what I mean? Because he's not there. You understand? And she sees that you a loyal brother and a strong friend or what have you, and she wants you. You know what I mean? You'll have to fight that lust. You have to fight that demon. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, I guess I'll jump straight into it. Before I jump straight into it, I guess I'll check the YouTube real quick to see if anybody had any questions. So I'll just do that right fast. But we're going to go to Matthew 12 and 43. We'll start there, and then we'll keep it pushing from that point. All right? Let's see. So I'm gonna get it rolling. All right, let's get it. Actually, I'll just stay right there. Oh, let's go to Matthew chapter 12 and verse 43. All right. Matthew 12. It's always a good thing that, read out them physical scrolls also. You understand? The phone is cool. It's efficient or what have you. However, if you're going to read these scrolls at camp, you know what I mean? You want to get familiarized with the Roman numerals, the old English writing, you understand? So it's definitely a good thing to use them real scrolls. All right. So let's get it. Let's see if I want to start. No. Let's see. 12 and it's a lot. I said 43, correct? Matthew 12 and 43. Let's see if I want to start up. Yeah, let's start there. Matthew chapter 12 and verse 43. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, right? Well, let me fix this real quick. Turn that down because I'm getting a little playback on that thing. All right, that sounds solid. All right, no sweat. Salakia. When an unclean spirit, Matthew 12 and 43, when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, right? When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man or woman. Let's say you had a demon on you where you had to smoke a whole pack of Newports a day. You understand? Or you had a demon on you to blaze up a whole onion of weed. You know what I mean? On a daily basis, right? Or whatever demon you were suffering from or what have you, but it's gone out of a man. You know what I mean? Don't think of this as nothing spooky because this ain't nothing spooky. All right? You listen. The best way to describe this is that your body is the demon's home. You understand? The demon lives inside of you. All right? And he can be evicted. You can get rid of that demon. You can kick that demon outside of your house. You know what I mean? Let's read on. Meaning what? Meaning you could put down that whole pack of Newports, and you could stop smoking that whole pack. You know what I mean? You could put down a blunt. You know what I mean? You could put down the Percocets. You could put down the lean, the mollies. You know what I mean? You can stop eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. You know what I mean? You can get rid of that demon that entices you, that persuades you to murder your baby, which is called abortion. You know what I mean? You can get rid of that demon that makes you want to sleep with white women or any other, heathen nation. Anybody that ain't a part of them 12 tribes. You know what I mean? Whether you a man or a woman, you want to let a man go inside of you that's of a heathen nation, you know what I mean, and meaning a non-Israelite, or you want to go inside a woman that's a non-Israelite, a heathen. You know what I mean? You can get rid of that demon. You know what I mean? Let's read on. He walketh thorough dry places, right? Seeking rest, and findeth none. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, meaning what? Meaning once you get rid of that demon's out there. And he walking and he's trying to find somewhere to, go in. Meaning he's trying to find a new subject. He trying to find another brother he can entice with a white woman. You know what I mean? He trying to find another sister he can entice with a Newport pack of cigarettes or some double diamonds or what have you. Whatever you smoking on. You know what I mean? Or the weed. He finding some weed aroma he could just smack you in the face with when you walking down the street. And have somebody let you come up to you, you know what I mean? I got 2 for 15. You know what I mean? Or what have you. I don't know what they doing now. But you know what I mean? He's up there, he's walking, he trying to find somebody he could get up in. All right, but he finds no rest. All right. Okay. And this is how you look at it, right? You gotta look at it like this. Your body is like you went to one of them haunted houses or something like that. You know what I mean? Don't think when you go up in a house and the house is haunted or what have you or nothing like that. You know what I mean? The house is not haunted. There's no such thing as a haunted house. You know what I mean? The only haunted house that exists is you. You know what I mean? Your body is a haunted house. Okay? That's how you want to look at it. You are full of demons and scary, ugly, disgusting things. You know what I mean? That's what that you want to, and then you want to clean that thing up. All right? Well, let's read on. All right, let's read on. Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came out. You know what I mean? he said, I'll return. The demon, so basically, right? The demon's out there, but he wants back in where he was at. Because that was his house. He was comfortable in there. You understand? He don't want to go nowhere else. He want to go right up back up in you where he was at. You understand? That's where he wants to go. Let's read on. I'll return into my house from whence I came out. And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. Meaning what? You was a filthy, disgusting bastard in the world. You know what I mean? We all was. But when we came into this truth, we did our 90 days. We started shedding ourselves of the world. You know what I mean? We got our Hebrew names and became a new brother or a new sister inside of here. You know what I mean? Spiritually, we cleansed ourselves. We cleaned ourselves before the Most High. That's how we cleaned ourselves up. You know what I mean? When you put off sin, when you put off whatever manner of sin that you was entangled in away, that's how you clean yourself in the sight of the Most High. You understand? So spiritually, you would start to look clean, like you would look clean. You understand? Spiritually, because you stop smoking that weed, you stop smoking the Newports, and stop doing all whatever manner of drugs that you was into. You know what I mean? You stop popping whores, and you stop sliding down a stripper pole or what have you, and stop prostituting yourself. You know what I mean? You put all these things away, and because you did that, because you got rid of those demons that were troubling you so much, and you came up in here inside of this body, and you know, with all sincerity to change. You know what I mean? To change meaning what? Meaning repent. You know what I mean? We don't really like to say the word repent because of the stain that Christianity put on that thing. But, you know what I mean? That's what it is. When you change from what you was doing. You know what I mean? You felt bad about sliding down the stripper pole. You felt bad about being a prostitute or a whore. You know what I mean? Letting every man whore you out or what have you. You felt bad about being a thief and a liar and a murderer or what have you. You know what I mean? It started to trouble you. And you found out this truth. And when you found out the truth, you said, you know what? I'm going to come up in here and I'm going to come up with all the with all the fire, with all the zeal that I had to do evil. You know what I mean? I'm going to come inside of this truth, and I'm going to come in this truth, and I'm going to take all that zeal that I had to do my wickedness, to do my evilness, to clean myself up and get right before the Most High. And you did that. You know what I mean? And the demon, he acknowledges it. He even sees that, oh man, this is swept and it's clean in here. You know what I mean? But the problem is that the demon don't like that house clean. You know what I mean? He looking out from the outside and the window like, damn, what? He got new furniture inside of there. You know, he done moved that over there. He done got rid of that trash that was in the middle of this floor. You know what I mean? He cleaned the bathroom out. The bathroom is spotless. The tub clean. All of that. Good night. You know what I mean? The demon is like, he's recognizing that, you know, this sister stopped smoking that weed. This sister stopped being a whore. She stopped lying. You know what I mean? She stopped stealing and being conniving and the setup chick. You know what I mean? She really done changed herself. You know what I mean? This brother right here, you know what I mean? Surely he had an anger problem. He was an angry brother, but look inside of there. Look, he ain't knocked nobody out in the past 7 months. Good night. You know what I mean? He ain't gotten into an argument. He ain't said nothing slick to nobody to fuel up a fight. This brother is doing marvelous in here. This is not a good thing. You know what I mean? Of course it is a good thing, but to the demon it is not. You know, understand? So let's see if I'm gonna drop down. Yeah. Let's go. Let's read on. Then goeth he, verse 45. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits, more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there. All right, let me see one. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be unto the wicked generation. Oh, I might have jumped ahead a little bit. Hold up. Did I jump down to out there? I'll make sure. So I want to go get ahead of myself. Because I'll be doing that sometime. Try not to. It's lucky. All right. Let me read it one more time. Then goeth he and taketh with him 7 other spirits. Now let's break that down. You know what I mean? You got some cats out there, they all up into that numerology garbage or what have you. You know what I mean? When you see numbers in the scriptures like that, when it say 7 other demons, this is non-literal. All right? This isn't a literal figure of speech. All it's saying is it's not 1, it's not 2, not even 3, not even 4. You understand? But 7, meaning what? Meaning many more. You know what I mean? So he taketh 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there, right? So now, right, what does that mean? That means that when that demon, let's say you let that demon back in that house, all right? You let that demon back inside of you, whereas you was just smoking a pack of Newports a day. You know what I mean? Now you doing a pack of Newports and you popping a perk 30 on top of that. You popping a perk 30, you getting, you know, how I want to say it. You know what I mean? You getting drunk. You understand? Beyond the point of, you know, you drinking in excess to the point of alcohol poisoning. You know what I mean? You popping perk 30s, you smoking Newports. You know what I mean? You mixing all kind of drugs together now. You know what I mean? You done deprived yourself. Now you going all the way in. You turning it up to the maximum. You know what I mean? You doing a little bit of everything now. Now, where that cigarette was, whereas to that cigarette was you know, that was the main thing that you was doing in the world. Now, when you go back to it, it's gonna be like a gateway drug. You know what I mean? That cigarette is going to be like a gateway drug to bring you into all manners of, you know what I mean? And then ultimately, you might just end up being a crackhead or a dope fiend, shooting needles up in your veins. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you go back into the world. You know what I mean? Let's read this more. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. It's better to just not play with this truth. You know what I mean? Because when before you came into the truth, you know, that was your first estate. You know what I mean? when you first came up inside of this body, you know what I mean, and you was dealing whatever you was dealing with, you know what I mean, and you was fighting it and warring with it, and you know you just kept getting it in, you know what I mean, you was going in, right? But the way that you came at the gate, it would have just been better if you just stayed at the gate. When you was at the gate, if you just did a 360 and turned all the way around, you know what I mean? It's like, nah, man, I ain't gonna do this. I got it. Nah, this ain't for me. Like you got brothers and sisters that come up to you and they tell you, man, I respect what y'all doing, but I can't do that. You know what I mean? Because, y'all, so what y'all saying is right. I agree to what y'all saying is right and everything. You know what I mean? But I know if I came in there, I couldn't do that. You know what I mean? And I don't want to go up in there like halfway with it or nothing like that. You understand? And a brother or sister like that, we'll have more respect for you if you just come through like that and be like, I see what it is. I understand exactly what you're saying. But unfortunately, I'm not up to the task because I don't want to come in there and, come through half stepping because I don't think I could do the things that y'all do. You know what I mean? Y'all got a lot of rules and, I smoke this weed and I don't know if I could put this weed down. You understand? Or what have you. And, I understand what y'all saying about this brotherhood is our economy thing. And, that's we gonna get to the top like that or what have you. But, I'ma just sell this weed. I ain't gonna sell no crack. I ain't gonna sell no dope or what have you. But I'm gonna sell this weed. I'm gonna smoke this weed. I'm gonna get my money up, and that's how I gotta get it. You feel me? Like that's what it is out here. Not that we respect the actions that the brother or sister's doing or like that. You know what I mean? But it's more respectable than you come up in here and then you just remain a drug dealer. You know what I mean? It's and you'll be better off like that. The Lord is going to deal with you differently than if you come inside of these holy ranks. You know what I mean? You get up in here and then you die. You regress back to that point. You know what I'm saying? The Lord will jack you up. You know what I mean? He'll jack you all the way up. You understand? So, you'll be jacked up even worse. Now you will be out there selling crack. You will be out there selling dope. You know what I mean? The police is going to be on your back. You're probably going to go to the penitentiary. You know what I mean? You're going to serve a good amount of time. You probably going to get folded in there. You know what I mean? The cats in there going, jump you and beat you up, do you something horrible. Probably lose an eyeball or something like that and get the teeth knocked out your head or what have you, get shanked up or what Lord knows what. You know what I mean? But the last estate will be worse than the first. You can guarantee that. You know what I mean? You leave this truth. When you come into this truth and then you be like, man, I'm gonna come in for a little bit, then I'm gonna leave. You know what I mean? Now you leave. Once you leave, the Lord is just going to, he's gonna utterly destroy you, man. You know what I mean? It's going to be bad for you. You know what I mean? The Lord, he's gonna take care of you. So, it's best, if you're not up for the task, don't even come up in here. You know what I mean? But don't let that be an excuse as to why you don't come up in here and why you can't get yourself right. You know what I mean? So, let's read on. Even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation. All right? You know what I mean? It's going to be like that unto this wicked generation. Like, we all was wicked before we came inside of this truth, man. You know what I mean? In the world doing whatever wickedness that you can imagine. You know what I mean? And it, wickedness ain't just the brother on the corner selling the drugs and, living the rapper lifestyle and, what have you. You know what I mean? The cat in the Christian church with the suit and the tie on, he's wicked as well. And he's, we actually prefer that brother or sister, you know what I mean, that was on that strip, that sister that was on that stripper pole and was out there prostituting in the streets or what have you, and being a whore and, you know, whatever else, you know what I mean, we prefer that sister over that sister that, you know, coming out that Christian church. You understand? Not to say that, let me not to say that if a sister is genuine and sincere, you know what I mean, and they want to put that Christianity behind them, you know what I mean? Okay, no sweat. But the thing is that the Christian actually believes that what they're doing is righteous. And when somebody thinks that what they're doing is right, it's going to be hard for them to come down and humble themselves to a level to get them to agree what they're doing is wrong. You know what I mean? You ask the average gangbanger or you ask the average prostitute or what have you, or somebody that's doing some type of wickedness in the hood, you know what I mean? They going to tell you that, you know, I know what I'm doing is wrong. You know what I mean? You're going to meet some of the most humblest brothers and sisters, you know what I mean, in that predicament. You know what I mean? But in the Christian church, they so much full of that pride. You understand? That's why I say we prefer a brother or a sister like that. You know what I mean? You know, but regardless, any brother or sister that's willing to come and humble themselves before the Most High and change themselves, you know what I mean? We want them brothers and sisters as well. But some high-minded Christian or Muslim thinking that they know the right way, or some Egyptologist, you know what I mean? We don't want to deal with you. Or somebody that's not in the one body of Christ, but they still want to, you know, jack UPK culture or what have you. All right, no sweat. You know, it's going to be hard to flip them cats. But, you know, the brothers and sisters that's lowly in the world, those are the brothers, and they hurt and they destroyed or what have you. That's the brothers and sisters that, you know, we'll prefer up in here. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, we all wicked. You know what I mean? Everybody is wicked down to the Christian church. I don't want to just, you know, try to, you know, demonize, you know, gangbangers and prostitutes or what have you. You know what I mean? Because all of it is wickedness before the Most High. You Christians, y'all wicked before the Most High. You politicians, y'all also wicked before the Most High. I don't care what you in. If you think you pro-black and you not in the ISUPK under Commander General Your Honor, you wicked before the Most High. You understand? Because you really not pro-black. You know what I mean? It don't matter if you not in this truth, if you not in this body, you not of the Most High. You understand? You a wicked generation. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You got them Black Lives Matter movement out there. They got the Black Lives Matter movement. That's cool. But how you so-called pro-black and you think that you righteous and being pro-black? Like you'll the pro-black people, they'll demonize the cat that's up there shooting up the block. You know what I mean? They'll do that. The Christian church, they'll demonize the cat that's shooting up the block. You know what I mean? Or what have you, and selling drugs on a block. Meanwhile, the pro-black Black Lives Matter, supposedly, they up in there promoting homosexuality. You know what I mean? They LGBTQ and feminist movement and all of this garbage. You know what I mean? Everything that's a destructive device toward our people. Everything that's crippled our people to and grinded us down into powder. At Christian church, they're going to look at the drug dealer. They're going to look at the gangbanger like it's something wrong with him. They're going to look at that prostitute. They're going to be like, dang, these broads is wicked. You know what I mean? And try to, you know, separate themselves from them like they holier than thou. You understand? However, it's all type of pedophilia going on up in that Christian church, man. Just check the records. You know what I mean? This ain't me making nothing up. You can go and you can look up, if you don't already know somebody that's been molested as a child inside the Christian church, you could just look it up on the Google machine and it'll tell you. You understand? They'll tell you that. But the cat on the corner, he's the most wickedest bastard alive, and you know God should destroy him. And you better repent, brother. You better repent. Jesus, in the name of, listen, man. Y'all out there in that Christian church doing all manners of wickedness, man. And in there, you got pastors in there sleeping with You got pastors in there sleeping with other brothers' women. Like, that ain't me making that up neither. You can go and look at this. There was actually a case a while back where a brother stormed into a Christian church and he shot. I believe his intention was to shoot the pastor, but the pastor had the strap on him and he blasted him when he was coming to take him out. You understand? Because he was sleeping with his woman, and the brother caught wind of it and he went to go, lay him out. But the pastor took him out the game. You understand? That Christian church is wicked, man. The Christian church is definitely wicked. You know what I mean? I just resonate a little more with them brothers and sisters on the other side. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't on that side. But, you know what I mean? It's all manners of evil. You in there stealing everybody's money inside of that Christian church, man. You know what I mean? You got Creflo Dollar need a $64 million jet to spread the word of the gospel. You know what I mean? You out here spreading the word of the gospel. Meanwhile, it's Negroes out here sleeping on the concrete. You know what I mean? In the dead of winter. You know what I mean? With no place to go. They out here hungry. They starving. They don't got no place of their own. They sleeping and going from couch to couch or what have you. You know what I mean? But you won't open your doors. You know what I mean? You profess yourself to be something godly and holy when in reality the Christian church is full of wickedness, man. You know what I mean? They some of the most wickedest bastards alive. You know what I mean? Because they take on that image like they of the Most High. And realistically, they of Satan. You know what I mean? And they hate black people. You understand? Like, absolutely hate black people. And black people go in them churches and they give them all their money, give them the last dollar that they have. You know what I mean? Because they believe that they giving that to the Most High. You know what I mean? They believe they giving that to the Lord. And then it's so wicked because you go up in there and that pastor, he in there just trying to pimp you out. That's all he trying to do. He wants to pimp you out. He wants to tell you everything and make you feel good. You know what I mean? And tell you everything that's easy to do. And then that way, when you come in there, Salakia, when you come in there after doing all your wickedness throughout the whole week, you know what I mean? Whatever manner of wickedness you was into, you know what I mean? Whether you just a loudmouth broad and, you know what I mean, you putting men on child support and you out here just being trifling as can be or what have you, or, you know what I mean, or whatever. You know what I mean? And then you come inside that Christian church, you sit up in there and you put on your best attire, and you go and sing and dance in that Christian church, and he tell you God did away with the law and you can go in there and Jesus forgives your sins and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? And put some money in the collection plate. You know what I mean? Pay your tithes. Swing that thing around 2-3 times up in there. You know what I mean? He tell you to do that. Why? Because the Christian church is full of wickedness, man. You know what I mean? Here you are supposed to be leading people, at least the average brother on the street or what have you. You know what I mean? You know what you're getting into. You know what I'm saying? You go to join the gang member is going to tell you, these cats is trying to kill us. You know what I mean? The enemy is over there. He wants to kill us. Get your gun. You know what I mean? Make sure you got some grub in that thing on standby or what have you, on reserve. These cats want to kill us. They want, you know what I mean? This cat thought he was going to rob me last week. I had to blast him. Be on the lookout for his mans because, you know what I mean, he got bagged last week, but his man's still out there. I know he done told him, woo, woo, woo. You understand? At least when you go to sign up for the game, you know what's going on now. Now you get your gun and you prepared for whatever's going on. You know what I mean? But when you go inside of that Christian church, they don't prepare you for nothing. You know what I mean? They don't tell you to put on the armor of the Most High. You know what I mean? So that way you'll stand against the wiles of the devil. You know what I mean? Who's our slave master. You know what I mean? So you can, not be pulled over and have to be worrying about being killed dead by the police. You understand? So you cannot fall victim to every form of systematic oppression that's out there for our people. Just like an abortion or selling drugs or whatever, what have you. You know what I mean? They don't go in there and they don't tell you not to do that. So you can come out there and you can be armed and you be strong. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? You are absolutely ill-equipped to deal with the real world when you inside the Christian church. You understand? Absolutely inequipped. You know what I mean? He does the Christian church does not prepare you. That Muslim mosque do not prepare you at all, man. You know what I mean? You go up in that goddamn Muslim mosque and you know what I mean? It's horrible. You understand? Because you go up in there and you'll give your love to the Arab. You know what I mean? You'll give your love to the Arab. But when it comes to black people, you know what I'm saying? If they not a Muslim, you can sell them crack. You know what I mean? If they not a Muslim, you could kill them. You can murder them. But if they a Muslim, don't sell them no crack. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't murder them or nothing like that. Don't rob them or whatever. Don't, you know what I mean? Anybody that's not Muslim is a Vic. It don't matter if it's another Puerto Rican brother just like you. It don't matter if it's another black man just like you. You understand? Wickedness. This is a wicked generation. You understand? Don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? Nobody outside of this truth is righteous. You know what I mean? You might have some brothers and sisters that got some good intentions, you know what I mean, for black people. But at the end of the day, it doesn't make them righteous. You know what I mean? They still need guidance, they still need structure, and they still need to be put in the right place. You know what I mean? You got institutions out here that's led by black people and they do certain things, you know what I mean, because it's truly in their spirit to help our people. You know what I mean? They got a genuine spirit to help our people, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean, whatever ideology or you know, whatever, however they've been Americanized, you know what I mean, and it translates into what they doing for our people, that's when you see that you are not righteous. You understand? Like, no carnal thing is going to restore our people anyway. You understand? No carnal thing is going to, whether you throw a brother a couple of dollars, you know what I mean, because he's on the street and he's homeless or what have you, and you give him a little couple of dollars, or maybe you buy him a bottle and be like, yeah, hold that thing down. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you do, whatever you're doing, you know what I mean? You might even feed the people. You know what I mean? You go out there and feed the people and you're doing it with sincerity. You know what I mean? You going to feed the people with sincerity. That's good. That's okay. You know what I mean? But it doesn't make you righteous. You understand? It doesn't make you righteous because in realistically, you know, food and money and things like that is not what our people need right now. Because that same brother that you give that dollar to when he's out there on them streets, you know what I mean? More than likely, I mean, not to say that you don't give it to him because of this, but in reality, you know what I mean, he's probably going to use it to go buy some crack. You understand? Because that's how destroyed he is. You know what I mean? You gave him the money, you might feel like you did a right thing and you might feel like that makes you righteous, but at the end of the day, he probably going to take that money and he going to go buy crack with it. Or he going to drink himself into the emergency room. You understand? That's what's going to happen when you give him that money. You know what I mean? You say, I'm going to give him this money. He going to get on his feet. He going to buy him some clothes. He going to get him some food. He going to, well, more than likely, he's not going to do that. Because that's how destroyed he is. Living on the streets. That's the problem we got to fix. You understand? You know what I mean? You got to stop somebody from being a drug addict. That's the thing that we need to do. You know what I mean? Stop somebody from, you know what I mean? First of all, somebody selling him the drugs. You understand? We need to stop that brother from selling him the drugs. You know what I mean? We need to stop him from doing the drugs, and we need to stop him from selling him the drugs. You know what I mean? You giving that now when we go into that space, now we looking at something that we could build on. You know what I mean? But I don't want to get too drawn off the subject. But that's a marvelous thing right there. You know what I mean? Because what our people, just so I can wrap that thing up real quick, you know what I mean? Ultimately, what black Hispanic, so-called black Hispanic and Native Indians need is first and foremost, they need an identity. You understand? They need to understand that we all the same people. You know what I mean? Like another black, another Dominican, a Puerto Rican is your brother. You understand? No matter how much y'all hate each other. You know what I mean? Blacks and Puerto Ricans, y'all brothers. No matter how much you hate each other. You know what I mean? Dominicans and Haitians, no matter how much y'all hate each other and y'all go to war with each other, you need to understand something first, that y'all two are blood relatives. You understand? Like, I ain't just saying brother, brother, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because, somebody that's of a heathen nation, your slave master will call you brother. You know what I mean? You walking down, you going in a grocery store or something like that, and you'll have your slave master walk up to you and say, "How's everything going, brother?" When you're not my brother. You know what I mean? But I'm saying that our people as brothers is because, brothers and sisters, because we are blood relatives. You know what I mean? That's what we need to understand first and foremost. You know what I mean? And then once we do that, we can learn our history and we learn our heritage, and we can separate from this society and whatever they doing. You know what I mean? We understand that we are great people. You know what I mean? We got our own heritage. We got our own style. We got our own manners. We got our own spirit of doing things or what have you. You know what I mean? That's what we need to get a hold of. And then secondly, within that, we get our laws back. You know what I'm saying? We get the laws that will govern us as a people. You know what I mean? And then we get them laws that's going to govern us, and that's going to be even more outstanding. You know what I mean? That's why, people don't understand that what's being done inside of the ISUPK is the most important thing. You know what I mean? Meaning what? Meaning that, not food and giving people food and, clothes and money and what have you. I mean, that's all cool. That's all smooth and what have you. But what we doing inside of here is the most important thing. You know what I mean? So, it's for any brother. Because I know brother, I was talking to a brother. He said, somebody asked, what are we doing? Well, what we doing is the most important thing. You understand? The most important, still slaves inside of this kingdom. We still slaves mentally. You know what I mean? We sick, master. You know what I mean? You really don't understand. It really doesn't look like that. But realistically, we are like, we sick, master. You understand? Here we looking at this whole coronavirus. You know what I mean? America is sick. America is destroyed. America is being destroyed. You know what I mean? America is being destroyed. Slovakia. Or what have you. And we looking at it like, we sick, master. You understand? Our economy our economy is dwindling to nothing, master. We don't have no economy or what have you. You know what I mean? We don't have no jobs. When that's not how you should be thinking. The reason why you think like that is because we've been slaves inside of America for so long. You know what I mean? And you still a slave whether you think of it or not, because you see America falling and you like, man, this is my chance. That's how we should be. This is my chance to get out of here. You understand? Good. They losing the jobs. We not losing jobs. You understand? America is losing their businesses. You understand? That's a wonderful thing. You know what I mean? That means no more yum-yums. That means no more yum-yums and oh man, what's that joint? I forgot we on the Rhode Island. What's that joint in Rhode Island we went to? But anyway, no more Chinese food restaurants in my neighborhood. You know what I mean? That once they found out the coronavirus, you don't understand. For us, that should look like a vacant building. You know what I mean? Ready to be bought. You understand that we can take this. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna flip this and we gonna get right. And we gonna, hey, brother, you gonna take this block up here, bro. You know what I mean? You gonna take this one over here or what have you. We take all these vacant buildings because everybody's shutting down and they lose. We should look at the destruction of America as a good thing. You understand? Instead, we looking at it like, man, when am I gonna get my job back? You understand? You know what I mean? That's because we slaves inside of it. You know what I mean? That's what we need to heal That's what we need to fix. You understand? That's the most important thing. You know what I mean? And that's why the ISUPK is righteous. You know what I mean? Because we have the solution. You know what I mean? We have the solution for all the problems that plague us as a people. You know what I mean? We have the remedy to, restore our people back to their proper health spiritually, mentally, spiritually, however you want to call it. We have the Lord blessed us in the ISUPK with this truth and these records, and to be able to go out there and lay down what was passed down to us from the brothers that came before us. You understand? And spread this truth abroad so that way brothers will stop being slaves. You know what I mean? Nobody thinks they're a slave no more. Nobody thinks they destroyed. Everybody thinks everything is good and solid, no matter how pro-black you are. But if you pro-black, you should want to see your enemy destroyed. You should want to see the enemy of black people destroyed. You understand? You should rejoice in it. That's what we should do. Rejoice in our enemy being destroyed inside this kingdom. His kingdom fallen. In his kingdom fallen, it should be our time to rejoice. You understand? So with that being said, man, I know I went off a little bit, but let me see where I was at. Salakia. Salakia, man. Let's see. Da-na-na-na-na-na. In the last estate, even so shall this wicked generate. Yeah, that's why I said it. You know what I mean? Getting into that. So I think that's it on that one. So what we'll do is we'll go to Ecclesiastes, right? Let's go to Ecclesiastes. It might be a class Ecclesiasticus. You know what I mean? I'm going to go to Ecclesiastes 2:1, even though I believe. That's what I wrote down, so bear with me. I'm going to go there just to see. All right? But I believe it's Ecclesiasticus. You know what I mean? Ecclesiastes 2:1. All right? Yeah, man, it's a wonderful thing to see our enemy destroyed, man. And if you black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, man, you should absolutely rejoice in this, man. This is a wonderful time. And if you're not rejoicing in it, it's for only one reason. You understand? There's only one reason other than, being a slave or what have you, you know what I mean? And, well, it's the same thing, because the truth is what's going to set you free. You know what I mean? That's what Christ said. You know what I mean? You'll stop. Once you stop being in it's because you're not in this truth. You know what I mean? When you in here, when you in this side of this little sanctuary, that's when you safe from all the troubles that's going on outside these walls. You understand? That's when the Lord is with you. And you don't got to worry about catching the coronavirus, man. You know what I mean? I have cats, not that I'm encouraging anybody to do this or anything like that. You do what you got to do. You know what I mean? But I don't wear no mask, you know what I mean, when I go out or nothing like that. I don't wear no mask, no gloves, man. You know what I mean? I don't tempt the Lord or nothing like that. You know what I mean? And just be doing reckless things. And I wash my hands or what have you. But I'm not living like in a frantic panic. You understand? Like, you can't live like that. And you see all these cats. You go to the essential business stores, the grocery stores, and you see these cats up in there. And they losing their goddamn mind. You understand? You know what I mean? Somebody come to you, ask you a question, they whispering or something like that, and you go, what? So like, say that a little louder. You get close to me, backing up. You understand? Like, goddamn. You know what I mean? You go to ask in a, somebody that work at a store, a question, and they gonna lean back. Go ahead, yeah. What you talking about? You know what I mean? They ain't trying to get hit with that coronavirus, man. You know what I mean? But we ain't living in fear like that, man. You can't be all scared and shook up like that. You know what I mean? That's only going to be the demise of you. You know what I mean? If you don't want to be scared, come on, I'm going to do a class on fear too. I'm probably going to do it. Let me see. I won't do it Tuesday, 'cause I got something for that. But I'll do it probably. I know I said Thursday, but Lord allow, definitely this Thursday. You know what I mean? Of course, before the general, I drop something on Fed, man, because it's out of hand. It's terrible. You understand? But get up inside get up inside this body, man. You know what I mean? And you get free from all of that. Be free from fear or whatever else that's troubling you. You understand? So I said Ecclesiastes, but I meant Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 2:1. All right, 2:1. And this is for brothers and sisters, man. Like, now is not the time to leave the truth. You know what I mean? I don't know how anybody could be in the truth right now, you know what I mean, and decide to leave the truth. Ooh, you asking for it. You know what I mean? You might want to catch the coronavirus. That's how I see it. You might want to you just might want to catch the coronavirus or some other whatever other plague the Lord got coming next. You might want to catch that. You know what I mean? If you leaving the truth now. All right? So, I don't know. But just in case, just to fortify it a little bit in the minds of the hearts of brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? You know, let's read Ecclesiasticus 2:1. All right. Oh, I think I quoted this too before. I shouldn't have did that. My son, we're gonna start at verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, right? Meaning what? Anybody that does the will of the Most High is considered the son of the Most High. You know what I mean? Or you a daughter of the Most High. All right? When you do the will, you can go in Romans, I believe Romans 8:11, it'll tell you that. You understand? So he said, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, right now, you come to serve the Most High. Meaning what? Meaning you come up inside this truth. You know what I mean? You get up in there. You shed yourself. Do your 90 days. All black. Trooper. Womb. You know what I mean? You get your Hebrew name. Now, you getting ready to take your officer's test. You know what I mean? Listen, you might just have problems taking that officer's test. Like, you might not even have the time. Feel like you got the time to get your study on for that officer's test. All right? Or what have you. But the scriptures say, my son, prepare your soul for temptation when you come to serve the Lord. I think I jumped ahead a little bit. Salaki. If thou come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation, though. You know what I mean? Come up in here, man. It's going, you're going to be tempted. You're going to be tempted when you come up in here. You know what I mean? You probably going to have all kind of white women trying to holler at you. You know what I mean? As soon as once you come up in, you're going to be like, I ain't never noticed this many white women trying to get with me. You know what I mean? But when I came up in, once I started going for my officer's test, these bras just started flocking on me. Like, I don't know what the heck is going on. You know what I mean? They start coming on like that Axe commercial, that old Axe commercial they used to when the cat sprayed the joint on, and the bras start coming out the woodworks on you. All kind of heathens going, you know what I mean? You come up in here, you get your Hebrew name, like you might be like you sprayed a whole can of Axe on, and the bras is jumping out the bus, and they, beeping at you through their cars, and what have you. You in the store, you know what I mean? The Arab lady trying to get with you or what have you. You know what I mean? Prepare your soul for temptation. You understand? Or what have you. You know what I mean? You might be so stressed out, so stressed when you come up in here. You know what I mean? Because you going through hard times or what have you. You know what I mean? And you're going to have to stand strong. You're going to have to stand firm inside of it, all right? Let's read on, though. Cleave unto him. Oh, let me see it. Salaki. I skipped the part. Set thy heart aright. What does that mean? Set your heart aright. Your heart is your mind. You know what I'm saying? Set your heart aright, meaning what? Get your mind right. You know what I mean? Your mind was wrong before. You understand? Now you got to get your mind right. How do you get your mind right? By thinking what's right. You know what I mean? Thinking and doing what's right. You understand? Before you, I know the general had dropped something heavy. You know what I'm saying? He said, before you do anything, just think about it. And think about if this is the right thing to do. And if it's not, don't do it. If it's the right thing to do, then you do it. You understand? You gotta get your mind right. Know what to do, you know what I'm saying? Know what's right to do, know what's right, and know what's wrong. Alright? I mean, everything you think is wrong. Everything the Most High thinks is right. So you want to think how the Most High thinks, and that will get your mind right. You know what I mean? Now, when you go into the supermarket and you looking at what food to buy, and you like, man, they don't got no more chicken, they don't got no more steak, they running low on this fish, but they got all this pork. They got a whole bunch of pork. What am I gonna grab? Regardless of how much, man, the pork they got deals on this pork right now. On these pork ribs and all that, they got a whole bunch of deals on them things. You know what I mean? But good night. This chicken, this little steak they got over here, they done took all the good steak, and the steak is about this big, and they want $10, $15 for that little steak. You understand? You know what I mean? You looking at that, and then you looking at all them beefy, unlawful foods, like they selling these in abundance. You know what I mean? What you gonna do? You're not gonna do what your pocket tells you to do. You're not gonna say, man, this is cheaper, I'm gonna get it. You understand? You're gonna say, you know what? That pork, they got a deal on it. I could get a whole lot of that pork, and I could be good through the coronavirus. You know what I mean? I could be straight on this if I just, but I'm going to get this little tiny steak right here. That's all they got. That's what I'm going to get. You understand? They selling this. They got this big old tuna. They got the big tuna right there. Man, tuna got the microscopic scales on it, man. You know what I mean? The tuna got the little microscopic scales. Come on, man. I know the brothers in UPK said not to eat that tuna, man, but it got microscopic scales, though. And it got fins. What am I going to do? You know what? I'm going to listen to the men of the Lord, man. I'm going to get this little thing of salmon. They got a little salmon right here. I'm going to pick the salmon up. You know what I mean? I'm going to leave that big little tuna stomach right there. And I'm going to just get this little quarter of salmon. You understand? You know what I mean? Just get your mind right. You know what I mean? That's when your mind is right. That's how you're going to think. You know what I mean? And the Lord is telling you to set your mind right. Get your mind right. You know what I mean? And constantly endure. No matter what the situation is, constantly endure, man. You know what I mean? Listen. We gonna continue to serve the Most High, man. It don't matter what happens or what state that this kingdom is in. You know what I mean? Ultimately, we gonna serve the Lord. It doesn't matter how we gotta do it. We'll find some type of innovative way. You know what I mean? If we can't go and hit the street corners or what have you, you know what I mean? Because Esau got his restrictions or what have you. You know what I mean? Or his little advisory shelter in place or whatever. You know what I mean? Well, we gonna prophesy onto the wind. We go, you know what I mean? We gonna hit this YouTube. We gonna hit that YouTube up. We gonna hit that Facebook up, and we'll drop the truth on there. In the meantime, you understand? You know what I mean? Shoot, Lord allow we get a school building, we'll be in there rocking that thing out up in there. You know what I mean? Or what have you. So, endure, constantly endure, man. You know what I mean? Don't let nothing shake you up out of this truth. If things get hard or what have you, don't let that shake you up out of here, man. You know what I mean? I don't care if we just moving as a unit and we start to run low on food. You know what I mean? And it's looking like, somebody got an idea. Say, let's go kill this cat so we can get that food. Let's go kill. I know a brother over here got mad food in his crib. We can just take him out and just eat. We be straight. Nah, brother, we ain't gonna do that. You understand? That's not how we moving out here. You know what I mean? The Lord we gonna eat. You know what I mean? The Lord made manna fall from heaven for the Israelites in the wilderness. We gonna eat, brother. You understand? Might not be the best thing. Shoot, all we might have is some flour. You know what I mean? We got flour and water or what have you, and we twisting that thing up and throwing it on and eating that. We'll eat that before we go out there and start, doing the wrong thing. You know what I mean? We gonna do what's right. You know what I mean? That's what we'll do. We will keep our training and we'll eat bread through the struggle. You know what I mean? Bread and water. And we'll be just fine. You know what I mean? Or we eat this nice big calorie bar. 2400 calorie bar. You know what I mean? We eat that, we break it up, and we just eat this thing. At least we'll keep pushing. We be solid. You know what I mean? We ain't got to go and get into the madness how everybody else getting. We won't do that. You understand? Constantly endure. You know what I mean? Get your mind right, man. Set your heart aright. Okay? Right now is the time to set your heart aright. You know what I mean? Right. Listen, if America, if the Lord decide now is the time for America to go into complete turmoil, you know what I mean, and fall completely. If the Lord decide now is the time and things start to get crazy in these streets, man, you know what I mean, you're going to have all manners of evil. You're going to have a wicked broad in your ear talking to you. You know what I mean? Man, should we follow this cat, man? Listen. Oh, we can do this, we can do that. You know what I mean? You're going to have a wicked broad talking in your ear or what have you. You know what I mean? Listen, constantly endure. Set your heart aright. You know what I mean? Have faith in the Most High. That's what we do. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? We ain't fighting each other over food. We ain't killing nobody over no toilet tissue or nothing like that, man. You know what I mean? We will defend ourselves. Don't get that twisted. You know what I mean? Anybody try to harm any one of our brothers or sisters, we will kill and die if necessary. You know what I mean? But we won't initiate none of that because that's not how the Lord called us to be. That's not the right thing to do. You know what I mean? Well, let's read on. And make not haste in the time of trouble. You know what I mean? Make not haste in the time of trouble. Don't abandon your brothers when things get, on and cooking, man. How dare you? What type of disloyal coward are you? You know what I mean? You going to abandon your brothers? When everything starts to go bad, that's when you're going to leave your brothers? Man, how dare you? You know what I mean? That's the ultimate form of disloyalty. You know what I mean? That's why I said earlier in the scriptures, you know what I mean? It's better if you just not came up in here than you to come up in here and rock out all the way up until, this point and then abandon your brothers when they get on and cooking. You understand? That's cowardice behavior, man. That's cowardice, traitorous, you know what I mean? Disloyal, backstabbing, trifling in every sense of the word. You know what I mean? You're going to leave. You're going to make haste. You're going to leave in a time of trouble, man. You know what I mean? We know what type of cat you was in the world. You know what I mean? We know what type. You would eat the cheese. You understand? You was a cheese eater. We know it. You know what I mean? Just by you doing that, you understand? We could tell that you would eat the cheese if it came down to it. If something happened in them streets and you got pulled in, you gonna turn into 6'9". You know what I mean? You'll be you a 6'9" type cat. Okay, we see. Most High in Christ. You know what I mean? Better late than never. That's how I see it. Better just get up out of here. You know what I mean? I'm disappointed in myself. You understand? That's how I look at it. Disappointed in myself that I didn't catch you sooner. You know what I mean? As you know, it's our job, over these cities to make sure that I almost about to say that how it was said to me. You understand? but listen, to make sure no unworthy men fill these ranks. That's what I'll say. You know what I mean? No unworthy man can fill these ranks. And if you just so happen to sneak up in here somehow, some type of way, you know what I mean? I'm glad that you left later than never. You understand? That's what I'll say. But however, I am disappointed in myself if you do leave. All right? Let's read on. Cleave unto him and depart not away. Cleave on to him and depart not away. This is what we're talking about. You know what I mean? Hold on to this truth. Hold on to what you learned inside of here. You know what I mean? And depart. Don't ever leave this truth. Don't never leave this truth. Trust me, there ain't nothing outside them walls. There ain't nothing outside these walls. You know what I mean? There ain't nothing outside here that's worth leaving for it anyway. You know what I mean? And after you come and you find out the truth, after you come and find out, you know, like you could almost say, I mean, yeah, you can sympathize and empathize with the brothers and sisters in the world that don't know no better, that's out there, you know, living lawless lifestyles or what have you. But after you come up in here and you find out that, you know, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the Israelites that Bible is speaking of, and you find out, you know, what's right and what's wrong according to the Most High, how could you even go back out there into the world and, you know, respect yourself selling another black man drugs, you know what I mean, or robbing another black man, or, you know, hurting, or, you know what I mean, or whatever else, you know what I mean, lying to broads and or what have you, and, you know what I mean, and hitting broads and dashing on them or whatever, or what have you, you know, like, how could you even be comfortable with that? Like, the brother in the world halfway got an excuse, man. You know what I mean? I would think that's why the Lord had mercy on us. You know what I mean? Because I almost said the thing, but our enemy, oppressor, is the devil. So much so that's why we in the mentality we in. But how could you then learn the truth of the Most High and then go out in there like you the worst of them all? You might as well had been, you know, right hand man to Martin Luther King. You understand? You might as well had been right hand man to him. You know worse than, you know, better than T.D. Jakes or Creflo Dollar. You know what I mean? Or Farrakhan. You the equivalent to them cats, and then you a little bit worse than them. You understand? Hold on to this thing and depart not away from it, man. You know what I mean? It's beneficial to hold on to this. You know what I mean? It's beneficial for your soul, man. It's beneficial for you mentally. You will have mental stability inside of here. You know what I mean? You go out there, you just gonna lose it. You know what I mean? You're gonna go back to having PTSD. You know what I mean? You're gonna go back to being paranoid as can be. You know? You're gonna go out there and you're gonna have to worry about all the wickedness that you was into before. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to worry about it. You know what I mean? Because you're going to go back into that world, man, and you're going to just do things horribly. And it's not going to benefit you to regress from what you've been taught. You know what I mean? To you know, separate yourself from the truth that you have. You know what I mean? Like, you just the biggest fraud of them all if you could just go back into the world. You know what I mean? Like, you'd be better off just killing yourself. You know what I mean? But I don't want to tell anybody to kill themselves. But I'm saying that'll be a better, you know, fate for you. It's just suicide. Because surely, after you receive this truth and you go back out into the world, good night. You should have fear of the Lord in you. You know what I mean? Let's read on. And depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end. You know what I mean? That thou mayest be increased at the last end. You understand? What is that talking about? What is that talking about? That's talking about when the Lord ultimately decides to destroy this kingdom completely. You know what I mean? When World War III erupts and the nations are going to war with the other nations, and and Christ come back and he cracked the sky and wreak havoc and destroy this kingdom utterly. You understand? Destroy this kingdom. If you're not in this truth, if you're not inside of here, you are in jeopardy. You are in jeopardy. You are potentially a casualty of the warfare. You understand? You're gonna get caught in the crossfire. You understand? Because anybody that aligns themselves with an enemy of the Most High is an enemy of the Most High. We understand? When you do that, and the Lord, it's gonna be certain brothers and sisters that the Lord gotta put to death, man. You know what I mean? But if you don't, you know what I mean, you obey the voice of the men of the Lord that telling you how to escape this death, escape this hell that's coming, escape this World War III, escape the wrath of the Most High when Christ returns to the earth. You know what I mean? To destroy all the kingdoms and take all the rulership. You know what I mean? It's going to be certain brothers and sisters that get up on chariots. While all the destruction is taking place on the earth, there will be certain brothers and sisters that get up on them chariots. You know what I mean? That's why I say in the secret chambers. Be in the secret chambers of the Most High. Them secret chambers is the chariots of the Lord. You know what I mean? And we'll be tucked away in there. Well, I don't say we because I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not putting myself on a chariot. You understand? But the brothers and sisters that serve the Most High, you know what I mean? And the ones that the Most High decide to have mercy on, they'll make it on them chariots. But there's only one way that it will happen. You know what I'm saying? You get up in here. You know what I mean? This is like the last calls, man. You know what I mean? Like the last calls. I mean, you got to answer that call. Pick up the phone. We've been calling you since 1969. You know what I mean? Calling you. Just calling you and calling you and calling you. You know what I mean? Now it's time to answer the call. It's time to pick up the phone. You know what I mean? Pick up the phone. And answer that call. And come through, man. Because it's looking real, these are perilous times that we in right now. You know what I mean? So let's read on. All right, no sweat. Did I want to read on in that? Let's drop down to verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. All right? Don't want that? Yeah, that's what I wanted. No sweat. This is what, and this is the thing, right? If we calling you, we just keep calling you, and you want to hit the ignore. You want to hit the forward button, the ignore button. You want to turn the ringer off, you know what I mean? Or what have you. No sweat, you know what I mean? This truth ain't for everybody, all right? First of all, we don't want everybody in here because the Most High don't want everybody in here. Christ don't want everybody in here. That's why when Christ was speaking in the parables to the I forgot who he's speaking to, but I know Christ was dropping something and he was speaking it in parables, right? And his disciples didn't even understand what he was dropping, and they came to him later after he concluded what he was saying, and they got with Christ and they said, Salakia, sir, what was you saying when you said these things? You know what I mean? And Christ told him, he said, unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of heaven. But unto them that are without, You know what I mean? Like, I forgot how I go, but basically, you know what I mean? It's certain, like, Christ spoke the parables because he didn't want them cats to get the truth. You know what I mean? So when the disciples came and they asked him, he told them plainly. You know what I mean? Why did he tell them plainly? Because, it was meant for them to get that truth. Unto them, it was given to know the mystery of the kingdom. But unto them that are without, you know what I mean? It was not. You understand? It was not meant for them to know that. You know what I mean? Which means what? Now, does that mean that Christ want everybody to receive the truth? If he could have just told them cats what he was trying to get his point across, if he could have just got his point across and said it plainly so that way they could comprehend what he was saying, but he didn't do that. So if he could have did that and he didn't do it, what is that telling you about Christ? Not even Christ wanted everybody up in his truth. You understand? Certain brothers and certain sisters that just don't belong in here. You know what I mean? And we don't want everybody in here neither. You know what I mean? This ain't the Christian church, man. You know what I mean? You don't just come to the front door and just be like, yo, I'm here. What it is. You understand? What? Nah. You know what I mean? We ain't coming up in here like that and then we just throw you on a corner somewhere and be like, yo, go set up shop over here. If we did that, oh man, we would be everywhere. You understand? We'd be all over the place. You don't even come check a cat, check his spirit, check his lineage, none. You know what I mean? If you look suspect, of course, or what have you. You don't check nothing out about the cat or what have you. You just, if we did that and we just, you didn't have to do 90 days and all black and come to class and get checked and corrected and, what have you, and carry camp equipment and read all day on the podium or what have you, all right, no sweat. Everybody be up in here. We would be all over the streets, all over the place. You know what I mean? And you know what else would happen? We'd be getting punched in the face. We'd be getting knocked out at camp. You understand? We'd be getting arrested. We'd be getting into senseless fights. You know what I mean? We'd be getting into all manners of problems. You know what I mean? Why? Because we didn't try who came up in here and, filled these ranks. You know what I mean? But in here, we will try you. You know what I mean? You're going to be put to the test, and that's how it is up inside here. You know what I mean? We don't want everybody in here, man. You know what I mean? You want to go to a place where we want to accept and love and hug and kiss and hold everybody's hands? All right, no sweat. Go to the Christian church. Go to the Muslim mosque or go to another Israelite group. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's places for that, you know what I mean, amongst them. You know what I mean? But in here, we keep it holy and pure as the Most High intended it to be. You understand? Keep this thing right and exact. You know what I mean? How it was intended to be by the Most High. We're going to keep the traditions of, the brothers that came before us. And that's how we rocking here. We don't know nothing about this new garbage and none of that sick and twisted stuff that y'all into. But in here, we going to maintain the ordinances. You know what I mean? We going to keep what we've been taught. All right? And you're going to have to go through a process to get up inside of here, man. That's how I go. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have it any other way. You know what I mean? Of course, it's not up to me. But I appreciate the way that it's set up. It's a wonderful thing. All right? So, let me see if I want to read on. We'll drop that. Let's go down to verse 12, all right? Woe be to fearful hearts. You know what I mean? Like, you scared right now, man. That's woe, of course, first of all, woe means death or destruction, man. You know what I mean? And if you scared, you know what I mean, fearful heart, you have a fearful heart, you definitely are susceptible to death. You know what I mean? You are destroyed. You know what I mean? Just living in fear is, that's what you call, that's a mental condition. You understand? Called paranoia. You know what I mean? Because you constantly living in fear. You're paranoid. You understand? Like that's a destroyed way to live. You know what I mean? If you ask me. Um, let's read on. And faint hands. Meaning what? Meaning you ain't trying to come put in this work, man. You got faint hands. You ain't, you know what I mean? You shaky. And the sinner that goeth two ways. And the sinner that goeth two ways. You know what I mean? Meaning what? Meaning that's a hypocrite. You understand? You do one thing, you say one thing, and you do another thing. You know what I mean? Like a Christian. You know what I mean? That's what they do in the Christian church. They say one thing. They say they serve the Most High. And then, you know, they having Sunday dinner with pork chops and oh man, there's a shrimp and what have you and lobster downstairs in the basement. You know what I mean? Let's read on. Don't want to read more on that. Yeah, let's read the 13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended. You know what I mean? Like that's why I said, you know, in here we don't have fear of the coronavirus. You know what I mean? While the whole nation is in a panic or what have you, and they fearing the coronavirus or what else, you know what I mean? We don't have that faint heart that everyone else has. You know what I mean? If we did have that faint heart and we were scared and, you know, whatever else have you, how everybody else is feeling, the Lord would not defend us. He would not protect us. You know why? Because that means we don't believe in the Most High. Every Christian claim to believe in the Most High. You know what I mean? With they simple behind. You know what I mean? Like here you believe that the Most High created the stars, moon, in the heavens above your simple, stupid head. You know what I mean? However, you don't believe that the Most High can protect you from a goddamn coronavirus. You know what I mean? You don't believe the Lord can protect you from the coronavirus. You know what I mean? Like that's because you have fear in you and you never really believed in the Most High at all. You understand? You never believe in the Most High. You know what I mean? Like how you believe in the Most High when listen, the Lord is the one that sent the plague. Dumb. You understand? The Lord the one that sent the whole plague to plague America. You know what I mean? He defended the Israelites in Egypt when they killed the firstborn of all the Egyptians, when they put the blood on the door for the Passover. You know what I mean? Angel of death, while all the Egyptians, firstborn of everything, was murdered. You know what I mean? Well, killed, Salakia, was killed. All the Israelites that served the Most High and did what the Lord told them to do when they put that blood on the door, they was safe. You understand? Now, here, the Most High is plaguing America. You know what I mean? That's how you know you don't believe in the scriptures. You don't believe in the Most High. Because you look at what the Lord did in Egypt and you say, yeah, the Lord sent the plagues in Egypt. Yeah, the Lord did that. You know, every Christian believed, you know, whatever with that, right? But they don't believe that it's the Most High sending the plague of the coronavirus on America. Now, if the Most High is sending the plague, you know, to America, do you think that he doesn't have power to control who gets it and who doesn't? Like, let's be realistic. Like, we gotta think here a little bit. You understand? Let's think about it just a little tiny bit. You know what I mean? If we think about it a little bit, maybe it'll start to make sense. You know what I mean? The Lord say, I kill, I make alive. I wound and I heal. You understand? The Lord is responsible for life and death. He has the power over life and death, whether you live or you die. You understand? So if the Lord tell you to not have, the Lord did not give us the spirit of fear, then what the heck are you running around here scared for? You know what I mean? There's only one reason you should be scared. You know what I mean? It's if you don't believe in the Most High anyway. You understand? That's when you should be scared. That's how you know all your Christian churches That's how you know your pastor, he really don't believe in what he talking about. You know what I mean? Because he's scared right now. That's how you know. Because you know how I know? Because his church doors is closed. He's scared to catch the coronavirus. You know what I mean? And the general had brought out a marvelous point. You know what I mean? If I could just, reiterate. If the Christian church has all the powers, you ever watch the TV show and you wake up to that BT in the morning or something like that. You know what I mean? And you wake up and you see the cat and he healing all manners of, the granny that's in a wheelchair and she could never walk again or what have you. And the pastor go and touch her, you know what I mean? And he put hands on her. He laid the hands on her. And then the old lady get up and she start walking again. You understand? Old lady get up and start walking again or what have you. He make the Christian church is making the people walk again. You know what I mean? That couldn't walk before. You know what I mean? They making the blind see. But why can't the Christian church heal the coronavirus? Why can't they lay hands on you and say coronavirus be gone and the coronavirus is out of you? You know what I mean? You know why? Because they took all your money. They suckered you for all your money. That's why. You know what I mean? You thought they had some healing powers up in there. You thought they was really catching the Holy Ghost. You understand? Well, why you can't catch the Holy Ghost now? You understand? Why can't the Holy Ghost, you mean to tell me that the Spirit of the Lord just descends inside, enters into your body. You know what I mean? Enters inside of your body and, takes hold of you and you start, you understand? Start talking all that garbage. You know what I mean? But when the Holy Spirit descends upon you, it can't relieve you of the coronavirus? I don't understand that. You know what I mean? That's how you know all of that is fugazi, salakia. You know what I mean? All of that is fugazi. So, not to hold on to that too much longer, but just check this real quick. Oh, we solid on that. All right, we solid on that. Let me see. Okay, and listen to this, man. When it say, "Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended." You know what I mean? Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? You know what I mean? That have lost patience, man. Like, man, the Lord ain't coming back, man. I'm gonna just forget this truth stuff, man. I'm out of here. You know what I mean? Woe unto you that lost patience, man. This is the thing, man. When you in here and you suffering and you struggling with your brothers and you going through these times that we in, man, this is a wonderful thing. You know what I mean? It builds a bond that will never be broken. You know what I mean? When you go through hell with your brother, when you suffer with your brother, it builds a bond like no other. You know what I mean? That's why, if you got cats that you knew when you was in the world or something like that, even if you had friendships in the world, when y'all go through things together, let's say, whether it been, you was in a fight or something like that, you and your mans had to fight some cats or whatever, you know what I mean? That lets you know, because everybody can say they about something, you know what I mean? Everybody can say, I do this and I'm about this and I'm about that, you know what I mean? But, what you say and what you do, if they don't align, now I know who you are. I don't know who you are by you telling me who you are. I know who you are by being who you are. You understand? So when we get into this situation, you said, I'm the biggest, baddest, toughest cat, and I'll beat anybody up, and I don't give about nothing. You understand? And you saying whoa, this cat is crazy. You know what I mean? Oh, he ain't playing about his. Yeah, I done shot cats and stabbed them, and I done been jumped. And, okay, dang, this cat is gangster. You know what I mean? But when the beefing was on, when it was time to get it in, somebody threw one punch and this cat was laid out. You know what I mean? Or, they started rolling on us and he fled. What happened to who this cat was, man? I thought he was the biggest, baddest, roughest, toughest, shoot him, kill him, stab him. You know what I mean? Wow. The cat ran. You know what I mean? Or they rolled on him and, they did him dirty. You know what I mean? They punked him. They jumped him. And, I thought he took on 12 cats. It was only 2 this time. What happened? You know what I mean? Well, we'll know who you are when it's time, when it goes down. You know what I mean? And that's what builds that bond, man. You know what I mean? You be like, man, so I know this cat ain't going. You know what I mean? Or cat going and you in the world or what have you, and you do your little crime and your co-defendant, he don't rat on you, you don't rat on him, or what have you, and you say, man, that was a solid brother, man. He did the time. He ain't, you know what I mean? That I gotta roll with this cat. Yeah, you get solid. You get more, you bond when y'all go through struggle together. Cause now man, he ain't gonna rat. I could deal with this cat, man. He ain't no snitch. You know what I mean? I could deal with him. This cat, I don't know, however. He say he won't rat. But when it's really time for it, he gonna turn into 6'9". You know what I mean? Now when he turn into 6'9", now this cat, nah. You know what I mean? He ain't who he said he is. He said he'd never tell. No matter what. I don't rat for nothing. You know what I mean? I ain't never been a cheese eater. I don't even like cheese on my burger. Okay, all right, no sweat. Well, we'll see about that. You know what I mean? You say you down for this truth, you'll never leave this truth. You know what I mean? You love the ISUPK, you love this truth or what have you. That's cool, man. That's solid. I would love to, believe that. You know what I mean? So all I need you to do is show me that. You know what I mean? Make sure you come to class. Make sure you come to camp. You know what I mean? If you like this thing, make sure you come to class. Make sure you come to camp. Make sure you stand outside the camp. Make sure you at the Sabbath service. You know what I mean? Just be at the next camp. You know what I mean? If you really want to be up in here, man. You know what I mean? When things get real, when it's going down outside, don't leave. Don't abandon your brothers. That's how I know you really love the UPK. That's how I know you really love this truth. You know what I mean? That's how I know you'll really kill and die if necessary. You know what I mean? If you can't even show up to camp, if you don't want to come when it's time to go to camp, if you ain't trying to come to camp, you understand? Surely the brothers has it in their lives at camp. You don't want to come to camp, but you kill and die for this truth if necessary, right? Okay. All right, no sweat. I hear what you saying, but your actions are saying something different. You know what I mean? I cannot miss a camp, however. You know what I mean? We ain't missing no camps over here. You know what I mean? If I can help it, we won't miss no camp. You know what I mean? But if it's time to go to camp, you know what I mean, and you just not there for that camp, how do I know that you'll be there when, somebody tries to pull out a gun? How do I know what you'll do during that time? You know what I mean? How do I know you're not scared to come to camp? You know what I mean? How do I know you don't want to get shot or stabbed at camp? You know what I mean? I don't know that. You know what I mean? You never want to come. So, I mean, not saying that you got to want to get shot and stabbed at camp, to come to camp. But, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, if you're not willing to take that, if you're not willing to be at risk to put yourself in harm's way where these things can happen, how do I know that you'll be there when these things happen? You understand? I never seen you when it gets live at camp. You know what I mean? When everybody's trying to, cross that line, they're getting crazy at camp. You know what I mean? Listen, I know Officer Ariah, he gonna come to camp. I know he ain't gonna let nobody, stab me, from the back of the camp. You know what I mean? I know Officer Ariah won't let nobody stab me from the back. It's like Captain Ariah, Salakia. You know what I mean? Captain of 10,000 Ariah. I know he won't let nobody stab me from the back of the camp. How do I know? Because he was at camp with me. And he didn't let that broad get me. You understand? Most High in Christ. You know what I mean? So let me see where we at. Oh, good night. Hey, it's a lock it, man. Y'all know how I be when you get, you know what I'm saying? Um, if anything, let me see. This what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run through these last couple scriptures quick. Alright? I'm gonna get these scriptures in. I don't want to just be full rant mode, you know what I'm saying? We don't get down like that. You know what I mean? Precept upon precept. So what I'm gonna do is let's go to 2 Peter's 2:21. Let's do that. Bust that joint quick. 2 Peter's 2:21, alright? Oh. Okay. Oh man. Just flipped on me. 2 Peter's 2:21. Alright. Alright, where we at? 2:21. Dang, I might not be able to get all these Jones in. Hold on. Let's see. 2:21. Alright. 2 Peter's 2:21. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. That's what I was just telling you. It'd be better if you just not came into this truth. You understand? That's what would be better. For you to never come in here at all. You understand? Then for you to come up in here and know what righteousness is and then depart from it. You understand? Let's read on. But it had happened unto them according to the true proverb. It had happened unto them. You know, some brothers and sisters, they going to come up in here and then, you know, they'll come and they'll endure for a time and then they'll leave. You understand? Let's read on. As the proverb. So this is the true proverb, meaning this proverb was the truth. Let's get it. The dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the soul that was washed to her wallowing in the myrrh. Like, listen, the dog is turned to his own vomit again. Like, you come, like, first of all, like, basically, you being a drug addict, you being an alcoholic, you being a whore, you being a pimp, you being a liar, a thief, or what have you. Okay, no sweat. You do away with all that. You come in the truth. You clean yourself up before the Most High, and then you go back to being a pimp, a whore, a thief, a liar, a murderer. You understand? That's like a dog. The way a dog throw up his vomit and then he eat the vomit again, and you look at him, what the hell is wrong with this dog, man? The dog ate his vomit? Like, you looking at him like, well, he's an animal. You understand? That's what I guess that's what animals do. You know what I mean? But you look at that dog like, why in the heck is he eating his own vomit? You understand? It doesn't. It makes you like, you wonder like, what is going on in this dog's head that he just ate his own vomit? You know what I mean? Well, you going back to that sin, that wickedness that you was into the world. That's the equivalent to. Make sure I ain't going over the time. That's the equivalent to you eating your own vomit. Let me try to get a few more of them Jones. All right. All right. This is so. Let's go to Ephesians 6:11. All right. Let's do that. And then we'll end it with this scripture right here. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11. All right. Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 11. All right. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. All right. Put you on the whole armor of God that you might be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. All right. And here we prepare you. The Christian church is not going to prepare you to stand against the wiles of the devil. You understand? However, the ISUPK under command of General Yohana will prepare you. You will be prepared to stand against the evil that the devil have set forth before you. You know what I mean? You'll be able to be unemployed and not resort to selling drugs. You'll be in a position where you need to feed your daughter, and you won't think, man, I have to feed my daughter or my son, I have to sell crack in order to do that thing. You know what I mean? You won't think like that. You know what I mean? Because you know that crack was implanted inside of your communities with the sole intention by the CIA to destroy you. You know what I mean? You understand? So let me just get that real quick. Salakia. The ISUPK will prepare you though, however. You understand? The whole armor though. It's your job to put on the whole armor. You understand? How do you put on that whole armor? Come to the physical classes. Come to the classes, come to the Sabbath service, come to the Passover, come to the Feast of Unleavened Bread. You understand? Everything. You know what I mean? Everything. Scripture breakdown, you know what I mean? Brotherhood, law class, history class, all of these things, man. You come up in here and you fully indulge in this truth. You know what I mean? And get yourself right before the Most High. And in no time, you'll know what's right and what's wrong. You'll be able to stand against the wiles, the devils. You know what I'm saying? The devil that the Bible speaks of. All right? Okay. And let me just get one more, and I'm going to smash out because I can't go over the time. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. You know what I mean? That's what we wrestle against. That's what we fight against. And yes, Satan is trying to stop us. Shrimp and lobster and stop smoking weed and what have you, and come back to being who the Lord called you to be. Guess who's out there trying to stop us? The police. The police are trying to stop us. You know what I mean? Do we shoot them? Do we kill them? No. You know what I mean? But we go down to the police station and we file complaint forms against all the officers. We get all their badge numbers. You understand? Things of that nature. And Salakia, you know what I mean? We running right up on the time. So with that, I'm going to have to roll on y'all, Israel. All right? Shalom. Yahweh Bahasham. Yahweh Shai Rakathum. To my brothers. Yahweh Shamal Athun Bahashim. Yahweh Shai to the sisters. All right?